Now let us explore how to simplify rational expressions and write their restrictions. We have two questions on this page. Part A is 2x minus 6 divided by x minus 3, and B is x squared minus x divided by 3x minus 3. Now to simplify, we basically need to factor numerator and denominator and cancel out common factors. That is what simplify really means. And to state restrictions, we need to equate the denominator to 0, and all the values which make denominator 0 will be part of restriction, right? Since we cannot divide by 0. So in this question, let us first start with stating the restrictions. So the denominator here is x minus 3. So first I am doing restrictions, which means denominator should be equated to 0, and that is the restriction, since it cannot really be 0, right? Since you cannot divide by 0. So we'll equate x minus 3 as 0, solve for x. When we solve for x, we get x equals to 3. Now restriction therefore is that x is not equal to 3. Do you understand? So the restriction can now be written as that x is not equal to 3. That is the restriction. If x becomes 3, then the denominator will be 0 and the function will become something divided by 0, which is not possible, right? We cannot find that value. So that is restriction part. Now let's see how to simplify. Simplify, basically you need to factor. So let's rewrite the expression, which is 2x minus 6 divided by x minus 3. Now numerator can be factored and we can factor out 2, right? So if I factor 2, what do I get? I get x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. Now here you can see that x minus 3 and x minus 3 are common factors in both numerator and denominator, so they cancel out, right? X minus 3 divided by x minus 3 is indeed 2, and so we get equals to 2, right? So now what we can do is we can write down our answer, and the answer will be that the simplified form of this expression is equal to 2, right? Where the restriction is that x is not equal to 3. Now they are equivalent. If we don't write x not equal to 3, then this will be incorrect equation. Do you see that? So 2x minus 6 divided by x minus 3 is equal to 2, where x is not equal to 3. So we got 2 by simplifying, by taking common denominators and cancelling them out, and the restriction by equating denominator to 0, right? So that is the process. Now in part B, what we are going to do is we'll do first simplification and then restriction, right? So we have the expression x squared minus x divided by 3x minus 3. Now we can factor x from the numerator, so the numerator becomes x times x minus 1, and the denominator will be, we can factor 3 from denominator, 3 times x minus 1. And now since we have a common factor in both numerator and denominator, it can be cancelled out. Cancelled out really means that if I divide x minus 1 by x minus 1, what do I get? I get 1, and 1 into anything is that thing, right? So we can write that thing, which is x over 3, right? Now here there is one important thing. When we cancel out, at that time we should write the restriction, which is x is not equal to 1. Do you see that? So if we follow this process, in that case we do both the things together, simplification and writing restrictions. So this is a better way or a better approach. Now x minus 1 cancel out. We're left with x minus 3, and we should continue writing our restriction, which is x is not equal to 1. Do you see that? So here we can solve the question in just 2 steps, both simplification and writing restriction. Do you see that? Restriction, you'll get x not equal to 1 even if you do denominator equals to 0. Let's do it, right? For restriction, if I write 3x minus 3 equals to 0. So basically trying to calculate which value makes it 0, right? So we can get 3 times x minus 1 equals to 0, and that gives us the value, that is x is equal to 1, right? So x is equal to 1. So that becomes our restriction, right? Or at times you can start by saying restriction is 3x minus 3 not equal to 0. Therefore this should not be 0, and x is not equal to 1 becomes our restriction. Well, these are all alternate ways, but the best way to do it is these 3 steps. So from here to here, do you see that? Start by factoring, then as soon as you cancel out, you write down the restrictions. Do you understand? Otherwise you'll miss the restriction. And then write down the simplified version of the rational expression along with the restriction. So that is how you should be solving. So these 3 steps help you to simplify and state restrictions for rational expressions. I hope that's clear. Thank you.